One bright and breezy morning, Henry the country cat decided it was the perfect day for a pie. Not just any pie, but Mrs. Whiskerfield's world-famous fish pie, known far and wide across the countryside for its flaky crust and savory filling. Henry, with his tummy rumbling, set off to pay Mrs. Whiskerfield a visit, his friends in tow. Upon arriving at Mrs. Whiskerfield's cozy kitchen, they found a note pinned to the door. "Gone fishing for today's pie. Be back by lunch. Help yourselves, but save some for me." Below the note, on a table, sat the biggest, most aromatic fish pie they had ever seen. As they approached, Henry's friend, a mischievous tabby named Tumbles, had an idea. What if we hide the pie and pretend it's gone missing? Imagine Mrs. Whiskerfield's face. The idea was met with a mix of chuckles and hesitant glances, but the temptation for a bit of fun was too great. They agreed, hiding the pie in a nearby bush. The caper took a turn for the comedic when they realized they weren't the only ones with designs on the pie. A duo of cheeky squirrels had been watching, and mistaking the hidden pie for unguarded treasure, decided to make off with it. The cats, upon discovering the new theft, launched into a pie retrieval operation that saw them darting through hedges, over fences, and across the fields, always just a step behind their agile adversaries. In the midst of the chaos, Henry paused, realizing their harmless prank had spiraled into a wild pie chase. "This has turned into quite the adventure over Mrs. Whiskerfield's pie," he panted, unable to suppress a laugh at the absurdity of it all. The chase came to an unexpected halt in the village square, where the squirrels, confused by the commotion, dropped the pie atop the statue of the village founder. There it sat, like a crown, drawing a crowd of bewildered and amused villagers. Seeing the humor in the situation, Henry and his friends, with the help of some kind villagers, retrieved the pie, now a little worse for wear, but still in one piece. They returned to Mrs. Whiskerfield's house, pie and tale of its adventure in tow, just as the beloved baker returned from her morning's fishing. Mrs. Whiskerfield couldn't help but laugh heartily as they recounted their story, the pie's caper bringing tears of mirth to her eyes. "Only in our little village could a pie cause such a delightful commotion," she chuckled, slicing the pie, which somehow tasted even better for the adventure it had been through. As they all sat enjoying the pie together, Henry thought about the day's events. What started as a simple joke had turned into a comedy of errors, bringing the community together for a good laugh and a delicious treat. The Great Pie Caper, as it came to be known, would be talked about for years to come, a testament to the unexpected joys that come from a day in the countryside. And so, as the sun set on their laughter-filled day, Henry and his friends learned that sometimes the best adventures are those that find you, especially when they involve pie.